Hello, I'm Noreen Brayman, the Communications and Technology Manager for the New Jersey Lawyers Assistance Program. Welcome and thank you for being a presenter for us. We appreciate your willingness to share your expertise with New Jersey attorneys, judges, law students, and law graduates in order for them to achieve and maintain personal and professional well-being. I'd like to admit right here that recent events have really exponentially ramped up the need for us to get up to speed with Zoom and other technologies. It has been an intense learning experience, much of it taking place during live presentations. So I've developed this little presentation to highlight some of the issues we have run into and our suggestions for handling them. It is by no means exclusive, and I may add to it more in the future. So let's get started. The first thing all presenters should do is to review Zoom's technical requirements. We really can't assist much with issues related to your particular computer system or local internet connection. If you have low bandwidth and you start breaking up or freezing on screen, we can't help much with that. Also, be sure that you have the most recent upgrade to Zoom installed on your computer. We have seen people locked out of programs because they didn't do that. Review Zoom's instructions for sharing your screen and using a PowerPoint. Instructions may vary according to what operating system you have on your computer. How you have your slideshow set up will affect how it looks and behaves on the screen. If you have a remote clicker that you use for in-person presentations, consider using it to advance your slides. I found it to be much easier. We are currently experimenting with getting your speaker box to be larger so participants can see you better. If you have handouts for the participants, please send them to us ahead of time in PDF form. This way we can set up a link where they can download it ahead of time. And right now, we're asking you to avoid using video or live links in your presentations. We've tried to do this, and unfortunately, just because it seemed to be working at our end, didn't mean it was working on the participants' end. Something to consider is your video presence. How is your lighting? Are you in a shadow? Are your glasses reflecting your computer screen? You may have to play around with the position of your camera, including putting your laptop up on a few books or a box. This will also help us see more of you than your head. More of that in a minute. As far as your background, there are lots of fun backgrounds that Zoom provides and you can get from the internet. However, please check ahead of time to make sure that if you move around, your face doesn't disappear, or your hair or your hands, or you're wearing a green shirt that completely disappears. And as far as seeing more of you than your head, again, you may have to move your camera around, change the tilt of your screen to make sure that we see enough of you that fills the screen. Remember, you may be looking down at notes. It will help if you put them to the right and up a little bit higher. But even if you are looking down at notes, remember to look at the participants. And to do that, you need to look directly at your camera and not at the screen. Don't be afraid to use gestures as you would in speaking to an in-person group. And one important thing is we ask you to sign in to the webinar or meeting 30 minutes ahead of time to rehearse with us. This way we can test out your PowerPoint, the order of speakers, and you can't imagine the strange glitches that sometimes come up during these sessions. So we appreciate you doing that. The biggest thing is don't panic. We have been experiencing technical difficulties since there's been technology. Remember these TV screens? Technology is not the boss of you. So don't hesitate to email me with additional questions at noreen@njlap.org. I'll also be sending you an email with the Zoom technical specifications and PowerPoint instructions links, and also any other information we may discover after the recording of this. You will also need to sign a recording release for us. Thanks again, and I look forward to seeing you.